and welcome to Alex Attempts Tabletop. That's me, Alex. Hello. Today's video I'm going to show you how to paint pale skin for your miniatures. So recently I'm doing Daughters of Khaine, so I'm doing them for my Daughters of Khaine. You can do them for any other miniatures, so Chaos Space Marines, because pale skin, Zombos, the lot. You know, you can just use this technique for anything. Using Citadel paints, so it's a Citadel recipe. And before we get going, hint, the lighting may be a bit bright because the model is primed white, so I'm going to try and sort this out after I film this in like post-production, so hopefully it's not as bad. And if you can tolerate and you like it by the end of the video, maybe think of subscribing, because that helps the channel and all that boring stuff. But we're just going to get on with it now, so enjoy. Okay, so first off, prime your model. Doesn't matter what colour you do it, you can do it grey, white. I primed it white because I had no grey primer. I prefer grey primer. But I used Skull White, a very old in-workshop primer what I found lying about. So the recipe, you're going to need RAKARTH Flesh as your base paint. Then you're going to need REKLAND FLESHSHADE as your shade. And then for your layer paint, you're going to need FLAYED Flesh. And then your final highlight, which is your layer paint as well, PALLID WYCH Flesh. So let's get to it, hey? So first off, RAKARTH Flesh. There it is on the screen. Apply it to all the skin, flesh areas. Your model may vary compared to mine, but you get it. Just apply it on, not too heavily because it'll clog up the details. So remember that golden rule, 2 thin coats. Then for your shade, you can do it 2 different ways. Apply it all over like I am, or just put it into the recesses. You do you. I just prefer doing this way. And now we're going to work on this back bit. This bit's a bit sped up, FLAYED Flesh. So kind of build up this kind of layer paint on like high edges, on the muscles, on the details, where there's like built-in detail on the model. You kind of just want to build it up gently. You don't want to put it on too heavily because then there won't be like a nice consistency between the different skin tones. So what I do, I use a wet palette, or you could always use a little bit of Lamy medium, just to thin out the paint and build it up nicely. And as you can see here on the back, where I've done it on the arms and on the back, it's starting to work quite nicely. And then finally, your final highlight, PALLID WYCH Flesh. You kind of want to do this like on raised bits in the corners, so like the arms, the joints, the fingertips. And when I was doing it on like abdominals, I was doing like on the top of the muscles, and you kind of just build up a kind of corner highlight of the FLAYED Flesh. So you do it like in the edges, the corners, the raised areas. So a great example is the face. You put it on the nose, the chin, the eyebrows, the cheeks, and then it should break it up a bit. And that's kind of it really. Just take your time, less is more. Always remember that. And here it is. So I thought I'd slap on a bit more colour to the model to give you more of an understanding of what the skin tone looks like. Sorry it's not fully painted. I did this all in one night on stream to get it ready for this video. But as you can see, this lady's looking pretty pale, and that is pale skin tone for you. Hopefully this was helpful. So hopefully that was a useful tutorial, and now you know how to do kind of pale skin or whatever miniature it is you're painting. If you do use it, let me know in the comments below, or tell me what you may do differently or what you kind of like about it and what you may not. So yeah, we'll see you soon on another video as usual. If you like what you saw, like, share, hit the bell button, all that boring jazz. If you want to, you don't have to, and maybe think about subscribing because it helps the channel grow, meaning that more people see these videos, meaning, I don't know, it's just fun for me, helps the ego. But I'll see you all soon. Goodbye. Bye.